Okay, listen, pay attention. Some persons say that Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, the people's general, is a coward. They say that he fled Biafra and abandoned his people and went into exile. Therefore, he's a coward. They say he should have stayed and died, that is what heroes do. And I laugh, I shake my head, because this is mere ignorance. Pay attention, let me enlighten you. You see, the word coward is not an Hausa word. It's not Yoruba word. It's not Igbo word. It's not Efik. It's not Ibibio. The word coward is an English word. So for us to know whom a coward is, for us to ascertain whom a coward is, we have to consult the English dictionary. And according to the English Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, a coward is a person who lacks the courage to endure or to do something dangerous or unpleasant. That is whom a coward is. Ojukwu, on the other hand, could have secured a position for himself in the regime of Yakubu Gowon, but he did not. Ojukwu could have taken his father's millions and retired to any part of the world of his choice and live all his life as a king, but he did not. These attributes alone have contradicted the definition of whom a coward is. These attributes has pontificated him to be a man we know to be a hero. Pay attention. You see, in the Igbo society, they say, he who lives to fight today, lives to fight another day. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Southeasterners have a mantra that says, Ama Nwota Ojukwu Naka, meaning that Ojukwu cannot be caught in the hands. Ojukwu cannot be caught in the hands. Because they understood the fact that capturing Ojukwu is capturing the struggle. Listen, Ojukwu is the life wire of Biafra. If Ojukwu was captured and killed, Nnamdi Kanu, who is their hero today, wouldn't have been born. Listen, there are people that makes a struggle to live on, and that was whom Ojukwu was in the Biafra struggle. Pay attention. If Nelson Mandela Madiba was killed in the prison, getting apartheid liberated in South Africa would have been difficult. Yes, that is why after 27 years, apartheid regime was dismantled in South Africa, because the life wire of freedom was alive. Listen, pay attention. I told you in my previous video that the declaration of Biafra on the 30th of May 1967 was not an individual declaration. Ojukwu did not just wake up one morning and use his cohesion power to declare Biafra. No, he convened an Eastern Nigeria consultative forum, a body that comprised and makes up of all the 20 provinces that makes up the Eastern region. And these people, these chiefs, these heads of these 20 provinces that makes up the Eastern region mandated him to declare the Republic of Biafra, which he did. Now, when it was obvious there was no reason to fight the war again, because it was no longer a war, it was a war against humanity. It was genocide, because the food aid was blocked and children were being killed at Kwashiorkor. Ojukwu had to let go. Listen, these same people that asked him to declare Biafra had to let him go, because they knew that capturing him is capturing the struggle. Listen, if Ojukwu was captured and tortured and killed, no Southeasterner in Nigeria can ever open their mouth and talk about Biafra. The reason why they are today screaming Biafra is because Ojukwu survived. It's because Ojukwu lived and died naturally. That is why someone like Nnamdi Kanu was born. You have to understand what revelation is all about. It's a continual process. The life wire was alive. Ojukwu never flee. No, Ojukwu left. Listen, there is difference between flee and someone living. Listen, Ojukwu, contrary to the popular opinion that Ojukwu dressed like a woman and flee, no, Ojukwu didn't flee. Ojukwu never dressed like a woman. Pay attention. Ojukwu left Biafra through the Uli Airport. Uli Airport was still under the control of Biafra when Ojukwu left. Ojukwu was given a political asylum by the president of Ivory Coast, Felix Houphouët-Boigny, who recognized Biafra as a state, as a country of its own. Now, when Ojukwu was leaving, do you know the people who accompanied him to the airport? Alexandra Madebo and Philip Effiong. They accompanied him to leave. Listen, the only person that can open his mouth and tell you that Ojukwu was a coward for leaving and you accept is an Igbo man. That is the only one that can, but they will never say it because they knew that him leaving Biafra was a unanimous agreement that their hero has to leave for their struggle to continue. Have you ever seen Philip Effiong open his mouth and call Ojukwu a coward for leaving? Or Alexandra Madebo on doing that? No. Listen, the Igbo man cannot be controlled. If Ojukwu was a dictator or authoritarian in his deeds, I tell you the truth, the Igbos themselves would have captured him and killed him themselves. But they knew that this man is a hero who stood his ground. Listen, the bravery, listen, let me tell you something. The heroic deed of Ojukwu does not lie in his military ranks. The bravery of Ojukwu lies in his ability and willingness to declare independence for a people that were oppressed and marginalized. Ojukwu stood in a shoe where no one could stand at that point in time. His willingness to declare independence for an oppressed people who were killed in thousands in a pogrom is what makes him a hero. That is the mark of bravery and not a mark of cowardice. If you believe that Ojukwu should have stayed and died and that would make him a hero, you are just being ignorant. You are being ignorant because his death would have cut short of their struggle. Listen, you don't need to display your ignorance or hate on people. You can love Ojukwu and love Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Your ability to pinpoint individuals from different ethnicity and appreciate their good deeds and their bravery is what marks you as an intellectual, not your ability to be fighting. Listen, the war is not against ethnicity. The war is against ignorance. Because the people are the superstructures, the opus mundus. They don't fight the war of ethnicity. It is the poor who fight it. They fight you because they know that you do not know what you are doing. Ojukwu was never a coward. The Southeasterners has never referred him as a coward. You get it? The man, see, let me tell you something. If Ojukwu was a poor man, it would have been different. Yes, we say he had no choice. He wanted to use this opportunity and embezzle money. But he was not. This guy is a graduate of Oxford University. A graduate of Oxford University. You get it? His father was the richest man in the country. Yet, he stood his ground. He had all the opportunities of living, but he stood his ground. Now listen, let me teach you something. You know, the Bible says, you lazy man, you lazy bone, go and learn from the ants. Now let me teach you with the lives of the termites. Do you know what the termite does? The termite has a queen and a king. The queen in the termite colony is the one on top of the termite food chain. All the termites work hard to protect it. Yes, because they know that the life chain of their colony depends on their queen. That if anything happens to their queen, they are finished. So they protect the queen of the termites. That is why when you pour chemical in the termite hole, they all go around and protect their termites. That was who Ojukwu was between 1967 and 1970. He was the queen of the colony and he needed to be protected. So they have to let him go because killing him is killing the struggle. Listen, Ojukwu surviving the civil war is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu was born. Use your head. Use your head. I've told you, you can love Ojukwu and still appreciate Tafawa Balewa. Yes, you must not be carrying hate everywhere. Give people the respect they deserve. Ojukwu might not be a saint, but listen, man, Ojukwu is a legend and a hero and deserve a multiple salute. I know some of you will say, why are you always making content about Nigeria? Why don't you make content about your own country? Listen, I'm a Pan-African, and anywhere in Africa concerns me. For Wisdom Africa, wisdom is the principal thing. All right, feel free to go to my bio, message me. I'll give you books on history. I'll give you books on politics, books that will help your mindset. Okay? You can also, the link in my bio is for my YouTube channel. Click on it, and then you will subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay? Remember Africa. Remember the wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing.